More now on our top story, the slide in U.S. Catholic Church attendance. It is most acute among the young, those in their 20s. Dr. Ansel Augustine is a campus minister at St. John's University. Dr. Augustine, let's start with this. How do we rekindle fervor for the faith among our youth? Is that even possible at this time?
Yes, first of all, the answer is yes, it is possible. There are studies out there that are showing, one by St. Mary's Press, that the largest growing religious denomination among young adults and youth are the nuns, N-O-N-E-S. Those that are leaving the faith or choosing to be spiritual. So those of us that are in youth ministry or in young adult ministry have been researching and talking about this for decades, because it's not a new trend. It's something that has been going on. So how do we meet our young people where they're at? There are conferences that do this. There are youth ministry programs that do this. But how do we shift our resources in the church in a way that this is one of our priorities?
You talk about shifting your resources, so tell us, what are they looking for? What do our youth say they need to even be excited about being in the pews?
Just as any of us, we came to church because of that relationship we had, whether it was someone with church that connected us to the love of Christ, or whether it was a situation, a trauma in our life that may have brought us to the church in and of itself. Our young people are dealing with situations that we never dealt with growing up because of technology, social media, all these things that pressure them. If we look on the news today, young people are different from young people in the past. So how do we connect their needs with the love that Jesus has for them? And how do we bridge those gaps? That's what's important.
Social media, cell phones, iPads, all these accoutrements of the youth, do they hurt or do they help?
I think it's both and. They hurt because they isolate people. They can live in their own little secular world in
their own bubble.
And in the bubble, they're filled with all kind of media and messages from people around the world. The world is smaller because of those technological sources. But it's also a way for us to evangelize in a new way. As we say, the new evangelization. How do we bring the love of Christ and the message of God's hope to our young people through these technological opportunities?
It's funny the way we talk now about our faith. Pope Francis, I believe, is one of the most widely followed on Twitter, if not the most. How important is that in the time we have left? We have about 30 seconds to see the leader of the Catholic Church taking part in this social media.
I think our leader in our faith is modeling for us what we need to do. Not only being in the technological realm, but also going to, as we say, the peripheries and bringing the church there too. Because our young people want to see the church live out its mission. And we do it, but sometimes we're not the best at advertising it. And so how do we use social media to do that?
30 seconds. What is the top thing we can all do to help?
Talk with a young person. And then not only talk, but listen. As my aunt used to say, God gave us two ears and one mouth. So we need to listen twice as much as we speak.
The wisdom of the ages and the wisdom of you, Dr. Ansel Augustine. I appreciate the work you do with young kids. Thank you for making time to talk with us. And
thank you for having me.
Love to have you back.
Amen. Thank you.